Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I'm Leanne Taylor with the News on 6, and we are live here from Clarehouse. Welcome. We are happy to have you with us. Of course, we are celebrating Moonstruck tonight, the annual fundraiser for Clarehouse, and we're glad you are there and we are here. Now, like everything else in 2020, it has really been a roller coaster ride, even in just getting this up and running tonight. But we're glad that you are with us because it's a very important night. Moonstruck is going to be different this year. We're not gathering in downtown at the big gala in the ballroom. Instead, we're coming to you in your home, on your patio, or some folks here at Clarehouse themselves. With you, we are going to be celebrating tonight what Clarehouse does and make some fundraising dollars to help in our responsibility here in making Clarehouse a loving home. Hopefully you have already logged in. You've had plenty of time to get to our event website, get registered for the Ready Set auction, and are ready to start buying raffle tickets and bidding on auction items. Remember, if you need any help at all, we've got folks ready to take your calls here at Clarehouse at 918-893-6150. That number right there on the bottom of the screen. We're going to be showing you all of our raffle prizes and auction items here in just a quick second. But right now you can go ahead and make your donation and start looking through those packages. The event tonight will fund 1/4 of the annual budget for Clarehouse, and that couldn't happen without our generous sponsors for Moonstruck. And because of donor support, all Clarehouse care and community education continue to be offered absolutely free of charge. So we are sending a huge thank you out to our presenting sponsors tonight. Thanks to John and Christy Gibson. And the Ruth Nelson Family Foundation. And thank you as well to our Galaxy sponsors, H.A. and Mary Kay Chapman Charitable Trust and One Oak. Well, donating is super easy tonight. Just go to clarehouse-moonstruck.org, click that donate button, or if you are already on the auction or raffle pages, you can click the home button, which is in the upper left corner of your screen, select donate money. You can always send us a check as well in the mail to 7617 South Mingo, right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74133. And again, if you need assistance, give us a call. Well, we have people watching all over tonight. This is so cool. It's a virtual world where you're at your home and we're here at Clarehouse. So right now, we're going to try to say hello to a wonderful supporter who are watching, and that is Jeff and Denise Reed's house. Hey guys, they are set up in their home as they're having a watch party. So thank you guys there. Hey, good to see you. That is so fantastic. And of course, we have a few of our board members here tonight. Guys and volunteers, hello. They are here. The decorations are beautiful. We're social distancing, wearing masks, and we're so happy that they are all here this evening. Well, let me tell you just real quick, I want to introduce now Kelly Scott. She is the executive director of Clarehouse, and she's joining me this evening. And Kelly, we're so glad to be able to bring this to our viewers at their homes tonight. It's a little bit different, but we're acclimating to our new norm, aren't we?
That's right. We're thrilled. And thank you so much for being here, Leanne. We appreciate the gift of your time, your expertise, and being able to be here with us as we're trying to navigate something very new for us.
Well, I was so excited that we got to get dressed up, right?
Right.
We're glad to be out of sweatpants and elastic
That's right.
tops. Hey, for a lot of people that may not be familiar with Clarehouse, share with us what this program and this facility, this home is all about.
We provide a home and loving care for dying people in need. We've been doing this for 17 years, offering this free care as a supplement to medical hospice. For people that are not able to stay home for their last days and weeks of life, this is a place to come and spend that time together as a family. We provide 24/7 care. We work with medical hospice to make that happen, and it's really a gift to people in a really difficult time.
And tonight, throughout the evening, we're going to hear from a lot of the families who have benefited from Clarehouse, who have come here to say goodbye to their loved ones, and you guys have helped transition them, walking alongside them, supporting them. The thing that's so amazing to me, you guys have been doing this for how long now? 17 years. And haven't charged anybody along the way.
Correct.
It's incredible. So that's why we're here tonight, to raise money for Clarehouse. And most importantly, if you've never been here, never had a tour, let's take a look around.
I hope you can sense the beauty and serenity of our home by that video. A lot of people are really hesitant to come to Clarehouse, even for a visit. They think it's going to be a scary, sad, dark, maybe even depressing place. But it's just a home. It's simply a home, and it's filled with a lot of life and love and laughter. And yes, sad things happen here every day, but there's a lot of living that goes on.
Absolutely, Kelly. Thank you so much. We're so honored to have you here tonight as well. Well, Clarehouse does provide that crucial service to dying individuals in need and those who love them. The impact of the compassionate care and the comfort of the home is best described, of course, by those who have used this program, who come here and brought their loved ones and gone through that process. Loved ones like Leanne, whose daughter and son-in-law are sharing their story now.
We found out on a Friday that Mom was going to need to, step into hospice care. And by the grace of God, we got the call Monday morning that there was a bed open for her here.
Having a bed in the room is really awesome, because that allows us, I think every night someone from our family, we all took turns and was able to stay here with Leanne and be able to just spend time. Now that the care part was taken care of, I think the time part was the precious piece. We were, not being able to maybe be fully a part of before, with all the, other things going on.
It was comfortable for the whole of the family, even for our daughter to be here and know what was happening, but it wasn't, there was no heaviness to it. She was just able, again, to enjoy her time with her Mimi.
I had no idea kind of how the whole hospice and Clarehouse thing actually worked, and it's just incredible that it's all through donations and doesn't cost the family anything. It can touch multiple social levels of society, and it's just incredible that it can really house anybody at any time.
The impact that you have the opportunity to leave on someone's life, it's everlasting.
If someone is looking to spread some donations to actually come see where your dollar goes, I think that once you come here and the friendly, staff, the nurses, the volunteers, let them do a tour with you, you can really just see kind of how incredible this place is. It's very cheerful as much as it can be, and I think that the money allows it to feel more like a home or a lodge. You're really not feeling like you're stuck in like a hospital room somewhere.
Yeah. But it was just an incredible experience. Not something I wish anybody could have to go through, but I'm glad we were able to do it here.
We are so grateful to the Kirks for sharing their memorable family story, and it's people like Leanne that are the reason that we're here. Your support tonight helps us help the next family, and it's so very important to be able to fund this care. So we've got some great auction items and raffle packages.
Yeah, and we're going to get right to it. So thanks, Kelly. And what we're going to do is I'll explain what we're seeing, and we'll have an opportunity for you at home to go ahead and make those donations and bid on a couple of our auction items. So up first, let's get right to it. Our very first item is the Breckenridge Experience. Now get this, it's a 4-night stay at Ski Country Sawmill Creek Condos, and you'll get round-trip tickets for 2 to Denver on Southwest Airlines. You'll also have an opportunity to leave your vehicle at Fine Airport parking for a week. While your car's there, they'll do a gold detail package. You're going to have a beautiful condominium where you're going to stay right near historic Breckenridge Main Street, and you'll have free ride, shuttle stop, and all sorts of fun amenities as well. So bid now on the Breckenridge Experience. Our next item is also an experience package. This is fly fishing. If you've ever thought this is what you wanted to do, Zach Scott and Bank of Oklahoma made this donation available. You'll get guided fly fishing experience in Montana. This is redeemable anytime next year, 2021, during fishing season between the months of March through October. And you'll get outfitted with clothing, and you'll get an airline voucher on your airline of your choice, a $300 Airbnb gift certificate, and fine airport parking, once again doing our gold detail package and a week of parking. So again, these are our 2 auction items, so bid now. And we also have up for raffle tonight a portrait session from Beatles Portraits. Heather Beatles creates fine photographic and hand-painted portrait art of families and children, custom designed for prominent display in the most beautiful of homes. The result is an exquisite heirloom portrait that celebrates those dearly loved, honors the family legacy, and is a constant source of joy. It's a $1,000 value toward the portrait sessions and Signature Studios sitting there in Stillwater. Our next item is Chef's Tasting. Ooh, doesn't this look good? This is courtesy of Juniper Restaurant. You'll have a Chef's Tasting dinner for 2 at Juniper. It is included a 5-course dinner that's prepared by the Juniper chef, Rock Heidler. And there's also included in this 2 $50 gift certificates that you can use at Prime Restaurant or Juniper Restaurant. So some really good deals there. Now, speaking of hungry, I'm telling you, I've been looking at this basket throughout the day. There are dozens of wonderful gift cards to area restaurants. And I don't know about you, but I'm ready for a great meal at one of these places. Here's a look at all the different restaurants that are included. It's a dine around Tulsa that include places like Mondo's Restaurante, Ridge Grill, Polo Grill, Wild Fork, and there's even a Trader Joe's specialty food basket with all sorts of yummies in there. So go ahead and bid now. Get your raffle number in there for a chance to win the Dine Around Tulsa. And who doesn't like to be pampered? We've got this great gift basket filled with all sorts of pampering items just for you. And you can indulge yourself in some self-care. Take a look at all this, a feel-good basket that includes a 1-hour massage by Jessica McGrew. There's an iLoft gift card, yoga classes, there's an earring, bracelet, and necklace set, and a nail salon as well. Dawson's Nails has a gift certificate in there as well. From head to toe, you'll be pampered with this raffle item. And for right now, our final item is this red wine raffle bucket. I'm telling you, 8 bottles in this crate of quality wines that include a 2014 Bar Azure that's valued at $160. One bottle is $160, but you can see all the listings there of the variety of wines that are in this particular basket. Of red wine lovers out there, that would be the one you would want to check on. So just a reminder, open up that Ready, Set, Auction app and start bidding and buying. The auction and raffle will close at noon tomorrow, noon on Friday. That's tomorrow at 12 o'clock, and then we'll be calling the lucky winners. So as you're watching tonight and maybe reviewing this tomorrow morning, checking whether or not you've got enough money for that, go ahead and make those bids. It'll be a great time. Now, while you start your bidding, make that donation. We appreciate it very much. But I'd also want you to meet another family who came to Clarehouse for the last days with their mom, Joyce. Take a look.
My mom, Joyce Allnett, passed away about 3 months ago. We first became associated with Clarehouse during the loss of my mom. The care at Clarehouse was exceptional. We went from full-time nursing to coming over to Clarehouse, and the care was so much more intense for Mom here at Clarehouse than it had ever been before.
And they informed us every step of the way. Every single day we would come and they would inform us about how her night was, you know, how she was doing.
When my mom was first here, we actually had a large group of family that came in, and our minister came in and prayed with us. So it was really, we thought it was goodbye at that point, that we were saying goodbye to Mom. But my mom held on for 2 weeks after that night that we had the prayer vigil for her. And so, you know, I felt like she was at peace.
Yes.
I think she felt very comfortable where she was at. And I don't think Mom wanted to go.
I felt we really got educated on the process of dying by the staff.
Yeah, in fact, they gave us a little booklet that was about the different stages of grief and really talked with us about, you know, how you go through the process, the dying process with a loved one. And it was really eye-opening because for me personally, I had never gone through that where it was a longer process.
Right.
I'd always lost a loved one
Yes.
very quickly. And so to experience it the way we did with Mom was a new opportunity for me. If you have a loved one and you're in the last few days of their life, Clarehouse is a wonderful place to have them come for them, but also for the extended family. We were sure glad that we did because it was a wonderful experience for us.
That's wonderful. Thanks to the Jones family for their willingness to share with us this evening as well. Well, at this time, I'd like to welcome our board president, Carla Meyer. And Carla, you've got some thank yous. This is a wonderful night. I know you guys have been working and adjusting and pivoting, as they say,
Yes.
in this pandemic.
Yes, and I am lucky enough to get to say thank you tonight. I want to say thank you to everyone that's attending, our volunteers, our donors, our guests, our staff, and my fellow board members. Thank you for answering the call when we make it every time and for always sharing with us your time, talent, and treasure. We know how precious every minute is, and we are so grateful that you have chosen to spend just a few minutes with us tonight. Our house is unique because volunteers really play an important role in the operations of our home and making our guests comfortable. So to our volunteers, thank you so much for giving us some of your talents to keep our home operating. And to our donors, we have to pay bills. So thank you for sharing with us your treasures and allowing us to continue our mission of providing loving care to dying people in need free of charge.
That's awesome. Now, we also have some special giveaways tonight.
We do.
Tell us about what they are and how people can get involved in those.
I am so excited to tell you about this. So, first up, one lucky winner tonight is going to receive a pair of Apple AirPods. All you have to do is live comment right now and tell us what you love about Clarehouse. We're going to let you know who wins that before we wrap up tonight.
That's awesome.
Secondly, as a special thank you, 2 donors who donate during the live event will be randomly selected to win $150 Quick Trip gift cards. So get those donations in before we wrap up, and you might just be a lucky winner as well as a generous donor.
That's fantastic. Awesome. Well, thank you, Carla. We appreciate that very
Leanne.
much. Awesome. Okay, real quick, I want to do another shout out. I think we've got some folks that are watching us. Marla Taylor. Oh, cheers to you, Marla. Marla is a volunteer, and Marla, we're actually going to get to hear from Marla just a little bit later, as she has been a volunteer for Clarehouse. So I'm so glad that we're having this accessibility with our Facebook friends, the folks that are out there watching. So, hey, let me give you our final items that are our raffle items. We're going to move right along. Here we have a golf raffle. I know a lot of the guys and gals who like to get out and hit the links. We have golf to 3 of Tulsa's finest golf courses. Oaks Country Club, a round of golf for 4. Tulsa Country Club, a round of golf for 4. And a round of golf for 4 at Forest Ridge that will include the cart, the driving range, and lunch or dinner there at Forest Ridge. So if you've got someone that you need to get a special gift for, this would be perfect. Be sure to put that bid in and be sure to spend some money tonight so that may be your raffle prize that you win. Up next, we have our red wine bucket again here. For all the red wine lovers, you can enjoy this varied collection of 9 bottles of quality wines that include the F in red. It's valued at $80, as well as a couple of other very expensive wines. So if you are a red wine basket lover, this would be something that would really be great for you. Our next item here is this great landscaping basket. I love it because it has the 918 lawn ornament here in the back, so you can shout out your Tulsa pride with the 918. There's a lot of other great stuff in there that includes a chimenea and pinion wood and a Southwood Landscape Garden Center gift card. There's a Garden Diva gift card that you can get as well. And if you're kind of like me and you might have a brown thumb, we're going to throw in some Wild Orchid Florist gift card, Mrs. DeHaven's floral gift shop card, and a Mary Murray's flower gift card. So that would be awesome, our landscape package. Up next, we've got some really beautiful original art pieces. This is very unique. They're two 20 by 20 canvas art pieces. You can see them there on the screen right now. Emily Webb is an abstract enthusiast who is on a mission to make colorful original art affordable and fun. Emily is known for her whimsical design and uses various mediums there. Absolutely beautiful. That original artwork could be yours. So I've moved up to our front row here. We've got some great items that we don't want to overlook. Up first is this basket right in front of me, which is a spirits basket, and it's going to have Crown Royal, Canadian whiskey, Captain Morgan rum, private stock. You'll get your money's worth with this collection of spirits featuring premium bourbon and tequila. And then right in front of me, we had red wine, now we've got the white wine lover basket here. This is for the white wine lovers to enjoy 6 bottles of 90+ rated white wines. And you can see all the different vintage there and as well as the vineyards that are represented. So our white wine lovers are represented tonight as well. And our final basket here is another spirits basket, and in this, 3 quality bourbons join scotch, tequila, and vodka. Boy, I tell you, this whole display right here, it's really all you need to get through the pandemic, really, right? Okay, just kidding. Anyway, you may participate in this. I think you're going to enjoy it for sure. Anyway, this has all these items that you're seeing there. That's our Spirits Raffle Package number 2. And again, if you want to donate, that's how you access this. Go to clarehouse-moonstruck.org, and then you can go on there and click for the raffle auction item button. So good luck to you. I hope you win lots of these prizes. The more you enter, the better chance you have at winning something you've seen. All right, Kelly, you're back again. I was really curious about this program, and I wanted you to explain to our audience about the outreach that you're doing when it comes to education.
Yeah, so we have a really robust education program based on this central tenet of sharing what we've learned. We really believe that the expertise that we've developed over the years is something that we can share with people, and to be able to welcome students into our homes of all healthcare disciplines is something that we've started many, many years ago and continue to grow. So we work with dozens of local colleges and universities. We welcome those students in and we teach them how to provide quality end-of-life care. Secondly, we have a strong program of community education. So helping people understand how to care for someone with a life-threatening illness, how to navigate the healthcare system, how to be an advocate for someone you love. We provide a toolkit to help them get all that organized, and lots of different programs. Now we're doing most of them online, but we're still trying to reach out to the community. And then the last piece of that education is something that's really exciting for us. We believe, like I imagine you might share this belief, that every community ought to have a home like Clarehouse. And we want to help make that happen. So we have worked to spread this model locally, regionally, nationally, be able to help people that want to start a project like this and mentor them through that. We share our story, we invite them to our home, we share documents and policies and procedures and anything that we can help them to get further in their dream to bring a home like this to their city.
That is wonderful, and wouldn't that be great? A home like Clarehouse in every community in the country.
Yeah, yeah. So we do have a video of some of these students, some gals that have exercised their learning in really creative and unique ways, and ways that have impacted them so that they have a new approach to they're learning about death and dying. So we want to share that one with you too.
I didn't really know a lot about social work until I came to Clarehouse. I knew I wanted to care for people, but I just didn't know how to put my foot in the door. And Clarehouse built that foundation and built the values in me of what I wanted to become, and it was a social worker, and that's because of Clarehouse. It's because I was shown how I could care for people and how I could impact people's lives positively. And once I got my foot in the door here, that's all I wanted to do. So now I'm getting a master's of social work for geriatrics, and I want to do hospice social work. At Clarehouse, I learned a client-centered approach to practice, and so the client's needs become a top priority. And so in everything I do now, it's very client-centered. No matter if I'm working with a kiddo or an adult or an elder, I always put their needs and supports first, and it's a very strengths-based approach.
Project Legacy is about stories. So I, or whomever is facilitating Project Legacy that day, goes into a guest's room and essentially asks them questions. Questions about their lives, questions about their thoughts or feelings, and it's about being present, being 100% in that moment with another person and letting them tell you whatever they want to tell you in that moment. Throughout my year of implementing Project Legacy at Clarehouse, there were some common themes that would arise. Several guests wanted to say I love you and say thank you. And I would say that it was also important to guests to say, I forgive you, or I'm really sorry. It was really those 4 elements at the end of life that I saw coming up again in different ways. I love you, thank you, I forgive you, and I'm sorry. Project Legacy changed me, I think, fundamentally. I learned the power of the present and how listening in a non-judgmental way is an incredible gift. It is my hope, my goal, my wish, that I can get people talking to one another, talking solely to listen, solely to hear the other person's answer.
Our students inspire us. I hope you enjoyed hearing about those activities.
Absolutely, and there's a lesson for all of us to learn there, right?
Right.
Oh, Kelly, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Well, guys, we are more than halfway through our program this evening. We're scooting right along. Hope you're enjoying the program from wherever you might be. I want to remind you, though, we've got the auction items, the raffle items, and keep those bids coming in. And of course, we want you to donate. Please do that now. Push that donate button repeatedly. We appreciate you. Well, Clarehouse wouldn't be the loving home that it is without the crucial support provided by volunteers. As a nonprofit relying solely on donations, the thousands of hours of service that volunteers provide are critical to sustaining the quality of loving care and even the beauty of the home and the gardens themselves. I want you to meet a couple more volunteers who are participating here at Clarehouse.
Clarehouse is really in my heart. From the very first moment that I came to the old apartments before we had the new home, just to be a part of such an endeavor, to care for people, to love people, to provide for families. It just feels like a very loving aspect of life that once I was involved with it or had a piece of it, I never wanted to give it up. I never wanted to see it go away. So I've been intentional about supporting everything I can about Clarehouse.
Just walking in the front door, I was like, I'm home. I know this is where I need to be. Well, the first thing that I did was the front desk, and I felt like that's where I fit, because it gave me the opportunity to welcome people into this amazing home to let them know they were in a place that was going to be special not only to their loved one who was dying, but also that we were here to take care of the family as well. Death is such a natural part of living, and that we need to be prepared for it in so many ways. I'm part of the group that goes out and teaches about the preparing your family, getting your final advanced directives together, getting your healthcare toolkit together. I think that's an amazing project, and I'm so pleased to be a part of that.
One of the aspects of the facility that is so important is something that I was very privileged to get to be a part of, and that's our labyrinth. I was able to teach and enhance the experience of people who wanted to walk the labyrinth. There is no better tool in our arsenal for processing our grief than walking a labyrinth, because it gives us a chance to free our minds so that we can really feel our feelings and release those things that we need to release, and hold on to those things that are dear and precious that we want to keep forever. It alone has had a huge impact.
I've been able to be an 11th hour visitor from time to time, and that there's no greater honor that I can ever feel like I could have than to be able to spend some time on the journey with a person who's in the final days or hours, sometimes even minutes of their life.
Just to see the interaction, the love, the peace, the ability to truly communicate with one another in a pure way, even though sometimes that involves no words or no visible response. The communication happens, the love is there, the spiritual bonding is present, and I think that is the most joyful experience that probably I've ever had.
You know, so many times people volunteer their time, but they end up getting so much more in return. That's what volunteering is all about. And tonight we have Kevin Turner with us, and Kevin's been associated with Clarehouse for quite a while, and as a volunteer and on the board and a donor. As you see what Clarehouse does for our community, what does that do for you?
Well, it makes my heart feel glad. I've known Kelly for about 10, 12 years now, and what she's done here, what the Clarehouse has done for the community is just magnificent. I absolutely love what Clarehouse does. They take care of folks. Like I said, we had someone call us about a week or so ago, and they ended up here on Friday of last week. So we'll recommend Clarehouse every chance we get. Absolutely love what they do.
Your wife is a volunteer as well?
My wife mans the door on Monday and Tuesday and lets folks in and takes their temperature. And so yeah, she's been doing that for a while. What
would you tell people that might be watching tonight that you know, some people can't give financially, but they can give of their time?
I would say giving of your time is a lot of times far more valuable than money. It takes a lot to operate Clarehouse, and it takes people to do that. And so your time is very valuable and can be used here at Clarehouse.
Awesome. Kevin, it's great to meet you, and thanks for being part of our program tonight.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You know, we hope that you're enjoying kind of these glimpses into people's lives that are participating here at Clarehouse, and seeing their heart and why they truly love and serve and give to Clarehouse. Many of you out there are those donors, are those participants, are those volunteers. And we hope that you'll join them in helping fund the need for Clarehouse in our community tonight. Remember, as a special thank you, we've got 2 lucky donors who are going to, if you donate tonight during the program, they're going to randomly select 2 of our winners are going to win $150 gift cards to Quick Trip. 2 of you are. And so our generous donors there from Quick Trip, we appreciate them. And I love QT. They're on every corner, right? So thanks to them. And maybe you're going to walk away with one of those prizes tonight. And get your donations in, of course, before we wrap up here in just a few more minutes. And then we're going to announce our donors coming up a little bit later. Donating is easy. Just remember, it's super quick. Just go to clarehouse-moonstruck.org and you'll be able to click on the donate button. And if you're looking through the auction or raffle pages, then you can click the home button in the upper left corner, select donate money, and you can always send us a check as well to 7617 South Mingo, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74133. If you need any assistance at all, give us a call, 918-893-6150. Kelly Scott joins me once again. And Kelly, this has been a labor of love for you and for all of your staff.
Absolutely. And you know, every gift matters. No matter the amount, every gift matters. And it's such a broad base of support that keeps an organization like this viable and sustains our care. We have for years now enjoyed a robust philosophy of pay it forward. So the families that we care for value what they've been given, and they make a gift to make it possible for the next family. And it's that kind of support that has been a huge part of our stability for all these years.
It's a generosity that I can't tell you how many people, when I've been here or in the community, who say, you know, I had a loved one that went to Clarehouse, that's why I participate, that's why I donate my time, that's why I give financially. It's that generous heart because they have been blessed by what Clarehouse has done for their family.
Right, and what happens here touches people so deeply. They stick with us. We've got donors that have been supporting us from day one because they value what they've been given, and it's a part of their family story and they'll never forget it. So we're grateful for that. It's that shared responsibility for the mission that keeps us going.
Well, we want to introduce you to Ben and Christy Linsky, who became a part of the Clarehouse family as well. Take a look.
We found out about Clarehouse just a few days after my mother was discharged from the hospital and into hospice care. We never thought that we'd have to be going through this this early. You know, my mom was 54 at the time, and she had 2 3-month-old grandchildren. So this was supposed to be a time of, you know, joy and happiness and celebration. And so it was a very challenging time for us, but Clarehouse allowed us to make amends. It's an opportunity to spend time with one another. It's an opportunity to celebrate life at a time when that's very difficult to do.
We were cared for by the volunteers. They would come in the kitchen and prepare meals. A lot of times, you know, you're not really thinking. You just want to spend as much time as possible. A lot of times food, you don't even think about getting food, you know, and so just knowing that there was a nice home prepared meal here in the building was huge for us.
Every time that I hear the name Clarehouse, the first thing that comes to my mind is gratitude. I cannot express enough thanks for the role that Clarehouse played during my mother's stay and the opportunity that it gave us to spend time with her. This is a wonderful organization that's filled with people that, you know, truly care about the people that they're looking after.
It kind of nailed home for me, like, you know, life isn't always a guarantee, and we need to take care of our loved ones. And so I want to contribute to Clarehouse so that way my parents, if they need to, can come here and be taken care of like Ben's mom was taken care of.
The role that Clarehouse plays in supporting families and guiding people through that end-of-life process is so important. Looking back on my experiences and just what it meant to me and my mother and our family, that's the reason why we want to give back to Clarehouse. We saw the impact that it had on my mother and our family members, that we had a place that we could go and just spend time with her, and we wanted to make sure that we could contribute and give that to other families as well.
All right, our special thanks to not only Ben and Christy, but to really all the families who have been so gracious to share their personal, intimate stories of how Clarehouse has blessed them and touched their lives. So thank you. That's very meaningful to all of us to get to kind of peek into what Clarehouse has done for other families in our community. All right, let's check in with someone else who is out there on Facebook Live. Check it out, Garrett Small having a party. I'm telling you, look at that. That's a lot of folks. Yeah, cheers to you guys. I hope you're enjoying yourselves and bidding and getting in your raffle tickets and all of that good stuff. I see some golfer potential there for sure. Well, I'm happy to welcome to our program this evening Lynn Bachmulen. She had the awesome and amazing undertaking of chairing tonight's event. And I know that can be pretty overwhelming during a pandemic.
Well, it's been different.
To say the least.
To say the least. I want to thank you so much for being our MC this evening. I want to thank you all our volunteers, to our supporters. We could not do this without you. And I want to also thank Kelly Scott for having the vision of Clarehouse so many years ago. I'm very blessed to be here and to be on the board and to let you know that our Apple AirPods have been won by Todd Hammock.
Now, that was somebody who wrote a live comment.
Right. He wrote in a live comment and he said how much the care that Clarehouse gave to him and his family here meant so much to him.
Well, enjoy those AirPods.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And then we have two $150 Quick Trip gift cards. One goes to Wendy Davis.
Woo! Wendy!
And the other lucky winner is Beverly Ramsey.
Yay!
Thank you all.
Lynn, we appreciate all your hard work, pivoting, adjusting, making this all happen. I know you have a lot of team there as well. So congratulations, amazing. Lynn, we appreciate that. Hey, we've had this wonderful studio audience. Take a look, some of the volunteers and staff and board members. You guys, let's have a shout out. Have you had fun tonight? Yes. Raise a glass if you would, and cheers to Clarehouse. And a special thank you to Rebecca Carter, who has provided wonderful harp music for us tonight. It's been a beautiful, wonderful night to celebrate, a night of raising funds to benefit Clarehouse and the many, many families that'll come here in the coming days, weeks, months, and years. At 17 years, they've been doing this, and I just kind of think it's a hidden gem in our community, and I do hope that folks will continue to support it financially with your time and your talents as well, because all of it comes together to make it a very important program. All right, without further ado, I've got the folks here. Just a quick reminder, everyone, you can continue to, the auction items and the raffle will continue through tomorrow at noon. So here it is around 10 after 7 on Thursday night. Tomorrow at noon, it'll all wrap up. And then if you're one of the winners, you will be contacted. It's going to be awesome. So keep those donations coming because they're going to such a worthy cause. All right, without any further ado, we've got the team here. We've got everyone. We are so grateful that you joined us tonight. Amazing technical crew. I'm telling you, in this world, it is a challenge every step of the way. 2020 is one of those years that we will look in the rearview mirror and move right on, right? So our hope is to gather together for Moonstruck 2021 in person. We'll look for you next year. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you next time. Woo! Feel like we're on the dating game.